What's going on, boys? It's Daily Tactics here, back with some more Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2, and today we have 100,000 of the new Jedi Knights versus 1 million German soldiers holding this city. So the Germans are pretty much everywhere. They've got defensive positions on gatekeeps, on bridge defenses, and just all throughout the entire inner city. It is going to be insane, but doable, I think, for both sides, because the Jedi have deflection capabilities as well as extremely high health. These guys can outlive a lot of German bullets, but the Germans also are employing guerrilla warfare tactics. They've got ranged capabilities, obviously, which is a huge advantage in a battle like this, and they've got numbers. So both sides have potential to win, so why don't we get right on into it here. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Alrighty then, gamers, pressing start right now, and the Jedi begin to move out. Looks like most of them going for this little gatehouse over here where there is a German holdout. The Jedi coming in, they're deflecting a number of these incoming bullets from the German Stormtroopers, yeah. So instead of fighting Star Wars Stormtroopers, they are fighting German Stormtroopers. You see what I did there? See what I did there? Very, very neat stuff. Either way, they're coming through, they're swinging, they're already killing so many German soldiers back here of these flanking Germans. I believe there's about 200,000 flanking Germans right over here that the Jedi have to get through, so it'll be interesting to see what happens with them over that way. Another about, I think, 30,000 Germans holding this gatehouse, and they're already just getting absolutely butchered, but they have reinforcements coming in back here. Another 200,000 reinforcements are emerging to go and try and help these guys against these Jedi holding this gatehouse. It is, of course, very, very challenging, as the Jedi just kind of slice through them like butter over this way. But then over here, we do have the bridge defense that is underway, and it looks like actually the dam is breaking, and it is starting to drown a number of the Jedi as well as German soldiers down here in the water. So, I mean, that's a little bonus for the Germans, I suppose. They get a little environmental help there, although it did take out a number of them as well. So, a little tit for tat, but nothing too bad. It's going to sweep through all of these guys, apparently. Oh no! Is this like oil? Is this water covered in oil or something? Why is it so dark? That's bizarre. Alright, either way, these guys down here on the shores getting absolutely crushed by the oncoming Jedi Knights right now, and the bridge defense additionally getting fairly crushed up here. Is not looking too good for these Germans. We've got Germans up on the ramparts, though, firing away as much as they possibly can. Keep it up, boys. The Stormtroopers are giving it their all against the Jedi Knights. Yeah. Right now, we do have 170 dead Jedi and 150,000 dead Germans. Oh my god. The Germans are getting clobbered. I didn't realize the Jedi would be this good against them. That is crazy, man. That is absolutely nutty. However, the Jedi should be, losing more soldiers as the battle continues going on, because it's going to be a war of attrition here for the Germans. They need to damage a lot of Jedi over a long period of time in order to make a difference in this battle, and so they are just getting started right here, right now, baby, against their initial Jedi combatants. By the way, looks like down this way the Jedi are just now finishing up the last of these Germans. So these Jedi are going to have to walk all the way back to the main German group to start fighting again. So that'll buy those Germans some decent amounts of time. This is a good distraction. This was the distraction unit. The poor blokes who were selected, handpicked by the Führer to die. And they are dying. very, very rapidly. Look at that. The Jedi just slicing through them. Oh, even the guys on the hilltop are not spared. Nope, they're gonna die too. Rip, rip, potato chip to the boys. The boys. These guys up here also getting killed. Getting killed. Look at these guys. They're like, get a few more Car 98K shots in there before they get up here. Oh, they got up here and we're dead. Oh my god, look at that. Jedi are just absolutely brutal in this game, man. They are taking names. Taking names. We do have 500 dead Jedi, though. That's a decent amount, but 319,000 dead Germans. Very different numbers. Look at this. You can see the dead Jedi lightsabers on the battlefield here. Very nice. And we should have more reinforcements coming in. Yeah, we do have some more reinforcements over here. There's also tons more soldiers within the city back this way, and even more reinforcements coming from later parts of the city too, so that should be helpful. Over here, it looks like the Jedi have ended up getting into the keep area over this way, completely destroying the bridge defenses over here, although there still are some German snipers up this way that are able to take some freebie shots into the Jedi there, so that's going to be very, very helpful going forward. And then, of course, in the city itself, we've got Jedi maneuvering their way through, but I think this is where they'll start taking a lot of losses. A lot of these Jedi are very, very weathered at this point. Look how bloody they are from this battle. They've taken a lot of damage. They're almost at 1,000 losses, which is 1% of their total force, and those losses are just going to continue to mount at this point as they go through and attack more and more of these German soldiers. Yeah, this is where things are going to get a little bit hairy for our Jedi friends. Either way, why don't we go ahead and do a little time-lapse of this inner-city battle here, and we can watch from above as the Jedi cruise their way through. Okay, so over that little time-lapse period, we moved around a bit because the Jedi are just so fast at killing. You know, for peacekeepers of the galaxy, they are brutal. They are truly, truly brutal. And once again, I think I might have underestimated the new units in this game. This tends to happen every single time new units come out, is I'm an idiot, and I completely underestimate how good they are. And so it's seeming to me like the Jedi are a little powerful. A little more powerful than I thunk. And so we might have to do this again and buff up the German lines, because this is not going well for them at all. This is in fact going quite poorly for the Germans. They've got 2,600 kills. They've only got 170,000 soldiers left. The Jedi are just moving through them so fast now, man. Look, wow. Look at this Jedi invasion over here. They're about to absolutely crush these Germans inside here, although they're going to the side instead of in. Ah, there we go. Now they're moving in. Jedi assault force moving in to the city, preparing to slay many a real-life stormtrooper here. And slay they do. Let the slaying begin. Commence slaying. They are doing so, and they are moving. They just get through these guys so fast, dude. So unbelievably fast. It's just not fair. It's really just not fair. I mean, the Germans do have 100,000 soldiers left, but I just have a real bad feeling about this, man. I think we definitely underestimated the Jedi yet again. Why don't we go ahead and do a very big time-lapse overhead view here of the German defense. You can see the little blue lightsabers down below making their way through in this time-lapse. So I think this will be pretty cool, but I'm thinking this is going to be the fattest L the Germans have taken in a long time in this game. Usually they're a very powerful army. Alright, so the Germans pretty much lost here. They got 3,200 kills. There's still some German soldiers left alive up here, but the Jedi have to glitch their way up these areas to actually kill them. So there's about 3,000 Germans in various positions like this. It'll just take a long time to kill them, but they probably won't get any more kills against the Jedi, realistically. So 3,204 kills. That's 3% of the Jedi force. We're going to buff the Germans right now. We're going to buff them and see how they do. Let's do it. Alright, the Germans now have 3.2 million soldiers on the battlefield. A lot of them in attack formation. Some defenders, but most of them are attackers. So we're going to see if the Jedi can work that same magic, that same space wizard sorcery against a much more overwhelming number of Germans. So the Germans now have 3 times as many soldiers as they did in the first one. Hypothetically, they could just get 9,000 kills this time instead of 3,000. But, you know, I think it's going to be more exponential growth than that. And we already have 2 dead Jedi. That's interesting. That's not nothing. Of course, we have 32,000 dead German soldiers. So it's not super comparable, if we're being honest here, but it's something. Well, we do have 22 dead Jedi now. The Jedi are definitely dropping a lot faster than they did in the last one, which is going to be helpful for the Germans' cause, the Stormtroopers. Of course, the Stormtroopers now almost have 100,000 dead soldiers. Whew. This is going to be a long battle, boys. It's going to be a tough one. There should be reinforcements for the Germans streaming this way, and yes, they are. They're coming from the city. They're coming from the outskirts. We got Germans basically coming from everywhere. Look how many Germans. This is all Germans here. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of Germans reinforcing at this point in time. 115,000 of them are dead now. 120 dead Jedi, though. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those battles. It's gonna be a little back and forth. Look how fast though they cruise through the German lines. I mean, they just blitz them, man. They're turning the blitzkrieg against the Germans. And then of course back here, they have a very large army now. This is about 1 million soldiers, I believe. Some of them might still be back here. Yeah, a bunch of them are still back there. But yeah, now this is about 1 million soldiers, whereas last time it was about 200,000. So this area over here got a 5 times increase now. And you know what? The Jedi are still doing extremely well over here. You know? Are they losing anyone in this area? Yeah, they're losing some Jedi, but I mean overall they're cruising through here. Almost 250,000 dead Germans already now, but 500 dead Jedi. So it's tough. It's tough. Why don't we go ahead and run a quick time lapse of these back lines here, because I think this will be pretty interesting to watch. Alright, so that time lapse was very short, as the Jedi just make quick work of their enemies. It's impressive. The Jedi almost have 1 million kills now, but the Germans do have 4,000, so they've beaten their last record, which is good for them. Good for them, you know, they're doing it, they're doing work. But of course, 1 million losses for the Germans is not an easy thing for them to handle. That's a lot of dead. That's a lot of dead right off the rip here. And more to come for sure. So if the Germans can hunker down and really start to grind away at these Jedi, then they might be good. But I mean, right now they're almost at 1/3 of their total force dead right now, and that's just not good, man. Wow, look how far the Jedi made it over here. That's crazy. Although it looks like a bunch of Jedi died over here, and now the Germans are gonna actually be flanking for once. My dog is scratching at my desk. I think he wants attention. During the next time lapse, I'll give him some pets and play. Over here, these Jedi are likely to die pretty soon too. Yep, and they are. They're going down. That's good for the Germans. 5,300 dead Jedi now. Absolutely bonkers. Look at this. We got some Jedi moving through the city here, but like a lot of them like stuck over here on the outskirts. What are they doing over here? This is very bizarre. I don't know what they're doing over here. And then there's a ton of them like stuck over here, not sure what to do, I think. Maybe they're just like trying to figure it out realistically, like what to do right now. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, what the heck? There's Germans moving through the water. What are they doing? Oh my goodness. Okay. There's just Germans everywhere, baby. Yeah, most of the Jedi are just like chilling over here for now, moving around in weird ways. Maybe they're like coming up with an attack strategy. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing, but it certainly is not looking awfully good. Why don't we do another time lapse? I'll probably have to move the camera around a little bit, but just remember those glowing blue boys are the Jedi, and the dark shooting boys are the Germans. Okay. Alright, so at this point, there are 1.5 million dead Stormtroopers and 100, or no, not 100, 11,000 dead Jedi Knights. My dog keeps scratching my desk. I keep playing with him. There must be something under it that he wants. I'm not entirely sure. But right now, I mean, the main problem with the Jedi is they're just doofing around back here really weirdly. Like, I don't know what they're doing. They're just like, looks like ocean waves moving around over here. I don't get what their problem is over here. The AI pathfinding like really doesn't want to do their job. And like, look at this. Like, oh, there's some Germans stuck here. Maybe that's what those guys are going for here. Yeah, it's just, it's very bizarre how the Jedi are moving right now. I think if they were moving as one full force into the Germans right now, they'd be doing a lot better. They'd probably be verging on a win right now. They're halfway through the German force, but instead now the Germans are just having to take on a few Jedi at a time, sort of piecemeal style, and they're crushing them. They're crushing a lot of these Jedi coming forward bit by bit. So at the moment, I do think that the German soldiers are doing quite well for themselves, and potentially if the Jedi don't get their butts in gear here, the Germans could end up just getting a straight-up dubski against them, because the Jedi right now are trickling in, and it is hurting them. This trickle-in style of battle that they're doing is stupid, and it no worky. It no worky good. Very silly. Very, very silly style of combat. So we'll just have to see. Actually, we do have a bit of a force over here, maybe moving out. Maybe they're going to get back on track. Oh yeah, we do have a little bit of an attack force down here actually moving. That's good. That's what we like to see. Maybe the Jedi are going to get their butts in gear here and actually figure out what they're going to do. We got some guys fighting over here, though. I think these guys are very close to death. Let's see. Yeah, these guys don't have a ton of health left, so they're probably going to die fairly soon. Oh, we do have some Jedi moving in here, though. We do. Okay. All right, that's promising. That is promising that the Jedi are getting their butts in gear as we were recording this. Why don't we go ahead and just let this run for a while, and we'll be back in and see what happens. All right, guys. We're back, and, well, the Germans certainly lost. They lost pretty bad. 26,000 dead Jedi and 3 million dead Germans. There's still a few Germans left alive, like up here, just like last time. But again, it takes forever for them to die, so we're just going to leave it. Either way, guys, pretty fun video, I would say. The Jedi are way more powerful than I gave them credit for. These are some powerful boys right here. We will not underestimate them again. Either way, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.